Jack Titoni once again here at the Omaha Pro, the 2017 Wings of Strength Omaha Pro NPC Duel of Champions. I'm here with four beautiful ladies. We have 8-time Miss Olympia, Linda Murray. We have the competitor extraordinaire that's competing this time for the first time in Omaha, Alicia Young. Say hi, Alicia.
Hello.
And one of the big components that helped put this thing together, the wife of Jake Wood, was Crystal Wood. Hi, Crystal. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to be here.
You look like you could get on stage yourself this weekend.
Oh, no, no.
No. Why not? I'm putting you on the spot.
Because I still have feminine fluffies.
Feminine fluffies. I can tell you that men love feminine fluffies, so don't worry about that. Anyway, me and Linda were talking about this 2 interviews ago, but I'm going to bring it up again. The movement for female bodybuilding is something that all 4 of us obviously really appreciate and really encourage, and we're really worried about it. You know, there's a lot of people that have put a lot of money, time, and effort into the sport. Obviously, yourself and Jake, Linda, myself, the promoters, Timmy Gardner over there, my good friend. And as much as we're seeing a good turnout and a lot of love for the sport, myself personally, I would like to see more. I would like to see more of a movement. And me and Linda were talking about that a little bit more. So what I would like to do is ask you ladies your opinion of that. And we'll start with you, Alicia. What do you feel about the movement? What do you think that maybe we could all be doing differently to help the sport? And you personally as a competitor, what would you like to see?
I think, well, first of all, I just think it's really important that we recognize that genetically not everybody could do bodybuilding and not everybody could do bikini. Like for me, for example, like I honestly don't think physique would ever be an option for me. I've just always had way too much muscle. And I just think it's important to have categories that represent all different body types so that nobody's forcing their body one way or another. And bodybuilding happens to be that for me. And, you know, the year I turned pro was the year that they took it out of the Olympia, and I felt so devastated. I had worked so hard and so long, you know, to get to that point, and the thought of downsizing or even genetically, I just don't think it was possible for me. So I think it's important to just make female bodybuilding more accessible to more people and encourage the ladies to do where their body fits the best instead of trying to make it fit in one category or another.
Okay. That's a very good answer, and I'm going to respond to that, but I'm going to give Crystal an opportunity to kind of offer her opinion first, because I have some ideas and I have some opinions on that, because, you know, personally, once again, Jake, Crystal, Linda, myself, Tim Gardner, there's more opportunities right now and resources than they've ever had, and I don't personally understand. You know, this weekend we've got 8 or 9 girls in the show, and I think last weekend you probably had the same in Puerto Rico, 6, 7. Chicago's always a good turnout, and Tampa's always a good turnout. But as we provide more resources, it doesn't seem to me anyway that the numbers are really growing to support what we're doing. And I don't understand that, because for all the points that the girls used to make were to a point valid, they're not valid now, and the numbers aren't growing. So, you know, none of us here right now want to hang up the towel. What else can we do? Crystal, what else can we do?
I mean, I would like to see the prize money go up, and maybe that would motivate them. But, I mean, honestly, the way it is now in the history of bodybuilding, period, I don't think any women's division has gotten the prize money that you're seeing Wings of Strength put out for the Rising Phoenix. So even though I want to see that grow, I'm a little confused by, you know, a $70,000 custom tricked out Jeep and a $50,000 cash prize isn't getting these women out here. I mean, you know, it's a lot of work to put these shows on.
Absolutely.
And you are giving them a platform and a stage along with us, and it is a little disheartening when they don't come out to compete, because, and I say this all the time, we can put on a show, but without the athletes, we don't have a show. I mean, you have an empty stage and empty seats. So the girls, if they want to save it, they're going to have to get in here and start competing and be seen on stage. And I'd like to see somehow getting more NPC female bodybuilding in so we can have a new, fresh set of younger bodybuilders coming in. You know, I look at some of our bodybuilders in the female division right now, and they're getting up there. And how many are we going to lose? And if we don't start pushing on the NPC level, how are we going to have new female bodybuilders to funnel in?
And
but,
I think on that note, I think it's really important what they're rewarding. As far as encouraging new athletes that are looking at what is being rewarded and who's placing well and what direction they want to go personally. So I think, you know, maybe looking at female bodybuilding as a whole package and really judging it, you know, not just on conditioning, not just on, you know, one specific thing. Because if you're an up-and-coming bodybuilder, you want to look at the champion and say, you know, I would like to look like that. I would like to, you know, be that. So I think it's important to also with the judging to reward a whole package. I think that has to be it.
So we've gotten some great responses and opinions here, and I wanted to offer mine to the end here. Let me start by saying that there bits and pieces of what everybody said this evening in their position, I agree with bits and pieces. And I think the biggest thing that I want to point out is that we've talked about not having some resources for people to grow into the national ranks or pro ranks. Myself, personally, I do 10 shows in the Midwest. There's not a bigger promoter than me in the Midwest. And at each one of my shows, female bodybuilders can come in and compete. It's not happening. And maybe by announcing that right now, ladies, come out and compete in one of Ann and I's shows. We have 10 throughout the Midwest. We will open up a class for you. We'll create a class for you because we do, to your point, need to create some young blood to move them up the chain. Now, I don't think we have a judging issue. I don't think this is an issue with judging or how we're looking at the girls at all. I think it's an issue of people not wanting to get on stage. I think I commend the ladies that are here this weekend, that were in Puerto Rico last weekend and plan on competing in the rest of the year. Thank you. Thank you very much for keeping the sport alive. And we have a lot of ladies that are competing that probably some of them don't want to really compete, but they don't want to let the sport die either. Right. And they're continuing to push forward to let the sport grow. So I know Linda as a promoter and myself as a promoter, we're going to keep pushing the sport. We're going to provide resources at the NPC level. It's up to you to take advantage of it. How long can people like Jake, Crystal, myself, Tim Gardner, Linda continue to do what we're doing and the support only be moderate? So with that said and done, everybody sitting here right now, we support women's bodybuilding. We want to see it grow. But this is us reaching out to you, asking you to come out and support it, grow it, jump into it, get involved. There's opportunities that exist. And with that said and done, from Linda, Alicia, Krista, and myself, and NPC News Online, have a great weekend. We hope to see you at the Omaha Pro.